Hey guys, it's Wilson. It's Jeremiah here, the indoor farmer. So, as you can see, we got some plants going, and today we're going to start some good old green onions. Now, how we're going to do this is, I got these from the stores a few days ago, and I accidentally left them out, so you can see they're kind of dry. So, we're going to teach you how to clone these, and one good thing about these things is that they grow forever. So let's go ahead and start. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did a little bit of work here. I took some of these off, but we're going to go ahead and start here with this one. So basically this is an onion. These roots are kind of dry, but we're going to see if we can't rejuvenate these and make this thing grow more. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take the outer layer out, and here's one of the outer layers. I'm just going to rip it out just like that. And it kind of exposes the more soft, fresh parts. So now this is all soft, and it kind of, if you follow along, you can see here how it kind of exposes some of the root parts right around here. You see how it's kind of like rugged? Well, that's what we want. So basically what we're going to do is, on this one, there's a middle leaf right here. And I'm going to take this, is I'm going to take it right there at the junction and rip it off. Now one thing about this is you can take this kneaded, throw that in some dip, some buffalo chicken dip. There we go, you see that? So now we have a plant that looks just like this, which is nice, with some dry stuff here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some cloning gel onto here. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to set it in here. I've already started 4 of these right here, and these are in the Easy Cloner, the one I've been doing all my tutorials with. And I think what I want to do is, since I grow in 2-gallon buckets, which you can see right there, I'm going to probably maybe just have 5 plants grown in one bucket, because I don't really see me using a lot of this. So I maybe see myself using some of this, and especially if it grows fast and it keeps growing, so you don't have to ever harvest it, you know. Well, I mean, harvest it means taking the plant out and start it over again, but we're gonna see. Let me go ahead and dip this in some cloning gel, and as you guys know, I've been using this Clonex rooting gel, and this bottle will run you about $23 in the store. This is what I had left over from another grow operation that I was doing, and I'm going to use it all up, and basically I'm going to see how it goes. So let me go ahead and root this, or get this Clonex on here, and we'll pick it up from there. Guys, so basically I went ahead and put rooting compound on here, and as you can see, I didn't put much on there, just a dab of Duya, and I kind of spreaded it around a little bit, and went ahead and put it in one of these sleeves here. But as you can tell, I did a little bit of rearranging here, moved the carrots over and moved the celery over one. But here you can see that the water is coming out real nice on that side, and we're going to just dip that right inside of there. There we go. It looks like that wants to come out a little bit. This is a big onion, so let me turn the slit towards the closed side instead of the open side. There we go. Let me see if I can't push that down just a little bit in there. Well, this one wants to come out, so we'll just leave it like that. So guys, we have 2, 4, 5 green onions getting ready to be cloned up here. So this one right here, I didn't cut this one because it has a little thing right here. Maybe I should, I don't know, but we'll see, guys. So this is day 1, and we just planted this in here, and we're going to follow this all the way up until we transplant it, and then we're going to start a new series on how to transplant these, because you want to make sure that you take care of your roots as well, because a healthy plant is a happy plant. So we'll check on these every single day, and if they have significant progress, then we'll throw it here in the video. If not, then we'll see you later, Gator. Just remember to like and subscribe this video. That way you can follow any new videos that we have and put your comments in it and give us any kind of thoughts. Alright guys, well, the more you know, the more you grow. Alright guys, green onions. How do you clone these? How do you grow these hydroponically? Well, I'm about to show you something pretty cool. So, I ran 2 versions of this. I put all these in a bucket, just straight ahead, because I wanted to see which would be better. Would it be better to just toss them in the growing medium as they come from the store and see if they grow, or put them in the hydroponic cloner? So I did this 2 days before I put another set in the hydroponic cloner, and in fact I thought that this is the only way I was going to do it. But then I had the other onions just sitting out. I was going to just toss them. But I decided, well, hey, let's see what the cloner does, right? So basically with these, I left the tops on because I really wanted to see if I can just come down here anytime I want after I buy the onions and clip them after I plant them. So looks like they're doing pretty good. It's been a few days. This has been day number 4 since these been sitting in here. So basically all I did was I bought them from the store and just put them in there. I put them down to water level so the roots would have contact with the water whenever it, you know, ebb and flowed. So they look like they're doing pretty good. The outer layers are kind of drying out, but I think overall they're actually doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and head over to the cloner and see how those are doing. So over here in the cloner, I have 5 of these green onions sitting here. Now my thought was, if the bucket method didn't work, I would at least have clones, right? Well, I don't know. These wouldn't be considered clones because these are the actual plants, and they're not like a clone of an onion that we previously used and discarded. So basically all I did was I clipped off the top of these, as you can tell. Basically I didn't use scissors, I just pinched them off and ripped them off. So I don't know, it's another method of plants, but I've had them sitting in here, and these been sitting in here for 3 days. So 3 days later they're growing new roots. Now keep in mind that these roots were dried out because I put those other green onions in the bucket and just left these out because I was just going to toss them. It's a waste of food, but I decided to reuse them, so it's not a waste of food. Look at that. So basically I wanted to see what they would do and how well they would perform in the cloner, because I was thinking that I don't really use green onions that much, so 5 green onions would probably be enough for me. You know, I probably use them maybe once or twice a month, if that, for like dips or any kind of soups or something like that. So I figured 1 bucket can hold 5, and they can just continuously grow, and I can come down and clip whatever I needed. So these roots are coming along really nice for day 3. No, actually this is not day 3, this is day 2. So they're growing really nice. You see here, they're kind of shooting. They're not shooting out from the bottom, but they're shooting out from the sides. And I've been seeing a lot of trend from these. Usually the plants that you clone, they shoot out from the bottom and the sides too, but mostly the bottom. So it's always the side of the original root mass where they grow, which is a very interesting thing. Now this one, right, Big Bertha, I can't even close the top of that, but even this has nice roots coming along. So this is day 2 for these green onions in the cloner. And what I say on the other ones, those down there are day whatevers. So I think day 4, I want to say. So again, these ones right here, I just clipped off the tops, put them in the cloner, and they're doing pretty nice. These right here, I just stuck these in a bucket down at water level. So pretty much these look like they're doing pretty good too. I don't want to really disturb them right now, but we'll see here in a few more days of how, you know, this works, and we'll see which method works better, or if they work the same. Oh, I'm so proud of my cilantro. Look at my cilantro. Ooh, yes. And also about onions. Onions are good because you can eat them at any stage of their life. So whether they're bulbed up or if they're, you know, green onions like this. So the best thing about green onions is you can keep coming down, taking off from the top, and it keeps growing, which is crazy, right? So that's nice. All right, we'll catch back up later about this. All right, so with these green onions, as you guys know, that I'm running 2 tests. The first test is to see if we can clone these inside of a cloner with the easy clone system, and the other test was to see if we can put them straight into the bucket from the store. So the question on both of these is yes, you can clone these, and yes, you can put these in a bucket from the store. So these have been in here for about 5 days now, and I believe that these are rooted because the leaves are starting to grow a lot taller, and they're getting green. So I'm actually going to take out all the dead leaves, and that way there's nothing but green leaves. But when it comes to the cloner, these things are looking pretty good. So here's the first one. I wanted to put about 5 in a bucket. So here's the roots on the first one. It looks pretty nice. And the second one, it's got a long snaggletooth root, which is pretty nice. This one right here has a few roots out of it. Nice. This one right here, same thing. So you see that these are actually still growing, which is nice. And this big fatty right here has got some roots going on. So we're going to transplant these into the bucket right next to its brothers and sisters that we just bought from the store and just put right in there. So yeah, we'll see you here in a second. All right, so before we put this over to the bucket system, I kind of want to point out here that there's portions of this onion that are still intact, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove these because these will only rot. So I'm just going to take these off real quick. That way we have nice fresh onion on the edges, at least as much as we can. And then bada boom, bada bing. Now see all these dead roots? They don't pull easily out of here, so I'll probably just leave these alone. So these two got it. Let's check out this one. Let's put this one back. Yeah, see, this has some film on it from the old onion. I'm gonna take this off, and you're not hurting the roots because it's not even around the roots. It's just on top of the roots. I basically don't know if this is gonna mold or what. That's why I'm taking it off, just in case, because we don't like mold, especially on our food. So we're gonna take this stuff off. You can tell because it's kind of slimy. We'll take this off. There we go. Now we're going to do this one, the big old fatty here. This one actually doesn't have any slimy stuff on it, no dead matter. Nice. So we're going to take all 5 of these bad boys and we're going to go plant them. So one day we can be watching a football game, college or NFL, and make some buffalo chicken dip and have some good old chives with it. Alright guys, so we're down here in this bucket. Now, as I do with all my transplants, is I make sure that the hydro system is going and we got water in the bucket. So it makes it easier for you to transplant the plants, and it's less damage on the roots. So this one right here has got the snaggle tooth. We're going to call this one snaggle tooth. We're just going to sit down like that and set it down right there. Bam. See how easy that was? And here's another one we're going to take. We're going to put this right over here and set that down there, and bam. This one right here we're going to take, and we're going to set that right here. Big old Bertha. We'll put big old Bertha here in the middle. So basically, since it's right here in the middle, I'm going to take my fingers, scoop down a little bit, put this on top of my fingers, and just push down with my fingers, and as the onion is resting on top of my fingers. That way, it's nice and good right there. Lastly but not least, do the same thing with this one. Put that down inside there. And then now we're going to backfill. So as you guys see, they're perfectly placed inside of here. I can just let these drop on top of here. It's not going to hurt the plants at all. And push down, make sure everything's settled, and that's how we do it. Okay, so that concludes our series on the green onions. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure that you comment down below, and I'll try to answer your questions as best as possible. And guys, if you're a part of the community and you know the answers, just put your answers on there, help us all out. Like and subscribe to this video, share with all your friends, because I believe that everybody should know how to grow, at least be semi-reliant on themselves when it comes to some of the vegetables and fruits that you can grow very easily. So guys, this is the hydroponic portion of how to clone or grow onions from other onions, and those were green onions. You can get those at the store, and just make sure that when you do buy them, that the roots are still intact and not dried out. They don't look bad. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Check out some of our other videos, like how to clone carrots, how to clone onions, how to clone other stuff too. So or check out our website. It's wilson.com. Again, this is the Indoor Farmer. The more you know, the more you grow.